Good evening. Leaked government documents suggest 2 ministers tried to use emergency powers to ban the publication of a damning report into the controversial HS2 line. The report's believed to say that the £50 billion new rail line could be in danger of failing. It comes at a time when the company running the project is trying to increase support locally for the second phase. Victoria Davies reports.
It was in 2011 when a report allegedly put the HS2 project in the amber red category, which means it's at risk of failure. The document has never been published, despite requests under the Freedom of Information Act. Now it's alleged Cabinet Officer Minister Francis Maude and Transport Secretary Patrick McLaughlin have called on the Prime Minister to put in place an emergency veto, something which was once used to stop publication of cabinet discussions on the Iraq war.
I don't understand how a report can be vetoed. It's a commercial report. They're treating that document as though it was national security. Now, obviously, that document doesn't enhance their position. Otherwise, they'd release it. They're making a mockery of the general public.
But despite the controversy, a roadshow at the Staffordshire County Showground was trying to get people on board with the second phase of the project, which will run from Birmingham to Manchester.
By the middle of the next decade, the existing railway is essentially going to be full. And if we want a strong economy for the future, for future generations, our children and their children, we've got to really invest in that infrastructure now to have a strong economy going forward.
The public consultation closes on the 31st of January, but campaigners say today's news of this damning report will knock public confidence further. The Cabinet Office has said it does not comment on leaked reports. Victoria Davis, ITV News, Stafford.
2 men from the West Midlands have been jailed for attacking a retired Indian general with a knife. Mandeep Singh Sanghu, who's 35 and from Great Bar in Birmingham, and Wolverhampton man Barjinder Singh Sanger, who's 34, were part of a gang which attacked the general last year. He was involved in a military operation against Sikhs in the Golden Temple at Amritsar in 1984, in which 1,000 people died. Sanghu was jailed for 14 years and Sanger for 10.5. Former Aston Villa and Leicester player Stan Collymore said he's seeking legal advice after allegedly being racially abused on Twitter. He contacted Staffordshire Police yesterday claiming a number of abusive messages had been sent. It comes after a separate incident last year when a law student was sentenced to 240 hours community service for abusing Mr Collymore online. A £3 million new bridge over the River Wye has officially been opened today, promising to cut journey times in Hereford. But this bridge isn't for cars, it's part of a plan to get more people walking or cycling over the next few years. Stacey Foster reports.
I now declare Greenway open.
The newest piece of architecture over the River Wye in Hereford that's promising to cut journey times, but not for cars. The greenways for pedestrians and cyclists taking the journey from the city centre to Rotherwas at the other side. This journey can take 40 minutes in the car at rush hour. Today on a bike, it'll take you 15.
There's been a tremendous move to want to get people to be able to get out, cycle and have alternative ways of travelling other than the car. And Hereford was not a great place to be able to achieve that, but this bridge has opened up the area between our business and our new enterprise zone and the city centre in a way that takes all that traffic away from the roads.
Construction on this £3 million project started in January. Today, cyclists and ramblers were queuing up to be the first to try it out.
It's excellent now. It's really, really great kind of for the city to have this. A fantastic looking bridge, and if it encourages more people to get out on their bikes, that's going to be brilliant.
I think it'd be a fantastic, not only a fantastic attraction, but it'll keep people healthy, keep people fit. I just think it's wonderful, really.
It's hoped the bridge will not only link two parts of Hereford, but also encourage more people to put a bike on their Christmas list this year. Stacey Foster, ITV News, Hereford.
And finally, the Red Arrows have just returned to their UK base after dazzling crowds in the Middle East. For 2 members of the team, Chris Linden-Smith from Stourbridge and Ben Plank from Worcester, the end of the tour signals the end of their time with the display team. Sally Simpson reports.
Now that's the way to show you're back in Lincolnshire after 5 weeks in the Middle East. Families on the ground waiting to see their loved ones as the Red Arrows returned in typical style.
It's 5 weeks. It doesn't sound like a long time, but it's just nice to see everyone again. Yeah, it's great.
And it's been absolutely fantastic out there, and we've been received really well, which has been brilliant for us.
Pretty emotional actually. Yeah, it's good to see everybody here. Yeah.
In what was an extension to their season, the team performed 15 displays in Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, doing their bit to promote UK PLC. For 2 of the Arrows, though, touchdown meant the end of their time with the team.
Obviously very emotional, you know, we've really enjoyed ourselves being here with the Reds. It's been a real honour to serve with the team as well, but at the same time we're looking forward to my next job as well.
We had a great final day of flying over the Alps, up through France with the team and then a few fly pasts over Lincoln, so it's been a great day.
For the rest of the team, as one season ends, training for the next starts again tomorrow. And 2014 promises to be very special, with the Red Arrows celebrating their 50th display season. Sally Simpson, ITV News.
Time now for a look at the weather forecast with Lucy Verisami.
It could be cool in Birmingham, but somewhere in the world, the sun is shining. ITV Central Weather, sponsored by Turkish Airlines.
Hello again, a very good evening to you. Well, it's set to be a chilly night with temperatures falling a few degrees, so just a hint of a frost come dawn and turning quite misty, grey and murky come first thing tomorrow morning, maybe some shallow fog patches first thing. So a slow start to the new day, very chilly first thing, the mist, the murk slowly giving way to brighter skies, a much better setup than today, some lovely sparkly low winter sunshine for nearly all of us. Into the next few days, a very changeable setup, but far from cold. Temperatures not too bad at all for the time of year. Have a good night.
ITV Central Weather, sponsored by Turkish Airlines.
Well, that's all from us tonight. Don't forget to check out our website for live updates as the news happens across the central region at itv.com/central. We'll be back with bulletins tomorrow morning during daybreak. For now, though, from us all here, enjoy the rest of your evening.